Well, good morning. So today we're going to play Ichi-no-te. I still have my printout because I'm waiting on the next shipment of books to come in. So Ichi-no-te, that's the one next to Shote that we did last time. Ichi-no-te is going to give us one new technique, so that'll be fun. I'm just going to play it for you first. We'll start with Netori, Shirabe, and then play Ichi-no-te. Alright, and I'm playing on my Hitoyogiri. It's a fun flute to play. And frankly, these take even a little bit more adjusting. There's a great variety of Edo era flutes. There's at least one other that I've gotten to play that's actually quite a bit easier to play. This one you've got to be kind of gentle, and I sort of like that. Anyway, so Ichi-no-te is giving us a new technique. We talked about. Now I called it. I'm sorry, I have to apologize for this. I called it a mawari, but it's actually, I'm pretty sure it's korobi, the technique that I showed you yesterday, that houru ho pattern, right? Right, when you move from hou then to ru, you put this down and then lift this one up. Put your second whole finger down, you lift up your third whole finger, and it makes that kind of bloop, bubbly sound, right? That one is actually called the mawari-yubi. I was studying my manuals again yesterday and got a little bit more insight into them. So this one is called mawari-yubi. I called it mawari-yubi yesterday, and that was incorrect. However, anyway, we have a new technique which is the real mawari-yubi. Alright, and I'm still frankly not quite sure how this is supposed to go. There's some things about the explanations that I've read in a couple different books that I haven't quite been able to wrap my mind around just yet. But for now, I'm going to give you what my interpretation is, and if we can get any closer to it, we'll add that later on. But let's just go ahead and start with the piece, okay? We don't get to that till a little later. The first phrase is hi e fu e. Remember, hi is all the fingers open. E, you've got your top 2 fingers open, including the back hole. Fu, you hit, and then e. And again, your interpretation of fu is still up to you, at least until I get something more definite for myself anyway. Hi e fu e. Then you've got ta e fu e. Remember, ta is closing holes 2 and 5. And then you've got 3 he, just like before. In the next phrase, he fu e u. And now in this phrase we've got our mawari-yubi in that ru, ru hole. Alright, so the difference, you've got this combination of ru, okay, and and ru are the same tone. If you just change the fingering, it doesn't make any sense. The explanations I've read suggest that this is kind of a tumbling sound, right? And again, you know, you can see how the sound turns back up. So we're going to move the Ichi-no-te finger, that's the 3rd hole. Right, we've got the fingering for e, the top 2 holes are closed. And then for the ru, again, at least this is my interpretation right now, we first close the 3rd hole, and then we close the 2nd hole, then we open up the 3rd hole again. So it goes back up to pitch, but it kind of tumbles down first. Right, of course we don't want to do it that slow. We still want the effect of it just basically repeating That's the tonal effect that's happening, but you've got some kind of bubbling things happening in the middle there. Right, instead of doing it all at once, a little bit of a happening in there. Right, so ru hole, and we've got that mawari-yubi happening in the ru. Alright, and the rest is easy. The next phrase is ta e fu e he he he. And then next, he he fu e, you've got a dot, that means repeat e, and then u e. Eu. Ta e fu e u e. Hole uru hole, you've got that korobi-yubi happening on the ru. Then eu, eru, ta, uru, ho. So in the end, you've noticed that first eu, eru, the ru that comes after the e is going to be a mawari-yubi, and the e that comes after the ru that comes after the u is going to be korobi-yubi. So now we're using both of our techniques at once, and I think this is part of the purpose of this piece. They're kind of, let's introduce you to one new technique at a time. And now we've got them both in the last phrase here. And then end with a tsutsune. let's play that again. That's fun. Well, so there you have it. And for you Banshiki fans, which I think at present is probably only me, we'll play that on the Banshiki flute too, okay? We'll start with Netori and Shirabe. So there you have it, and if you watch the video where I talk about the monkey a little bit, maybe you've got some kind of lonesome monkey sounds happening in there. Apparently the sound of the monkey in China was something that invoked sort of pathos. So hooray. Hooray for the monkey. And hooray for the monkey being a little bit serious sometimes. You know, maybe monkeys kind of mess around sometimes, but apparently this monkey is not really messing around so much, the Hitoyogiri monkey. Have fun with the piece. Cheers.